Hello and welcome back to another episode of Better Together English with Shinrai Sensei. And today we're going to continue our series on the vowels, and we're going on to the next vowel in the alphabet, which is O. Now, O really, once again, much like I, only makes two sounds, right? Almost every letter makes only really two sounds with the exception, almost every vowel, with the exception of A, really only has two sounds to make. And I am of the opinion that A has three, but there are some people who disagree and think that A really only has two. But like I said, agree to disagree. I personally believe that A has three. However, irrelevant to this point of conversation. This point of conversation today is about the letter O. And O has the long O and the short ah sound, right? So the short O is an ah sound, the long O is an O sound, obviously. The long O is featured in words such as own, grow, low, prone, loan, etc., right? The short O is featured in words such as on, bond, mom, etc. Now, O is got all sorts of helpers. Every letter, it seems, has some way to help out the letter O in making its long sound. So you're going to see a lot of words that O has a long sound, even though if you were to apply the rules of like I, where if it's directly succeeded by a consonant, usually I is a short sound, right? But O, it really depends on the consonant. The letter W helps the O have a long sound regularly. But O is also, once again, E is everybody's best friend when it comes to the vowels. And O is also helped out by E a lot. But it's also helped out by the letter A in a few cases. So the long O is also featured in words such as loan, grown, and, moan, things like that. O-A-N is a very common combination that makes an own sound. So, loan, grown, moan, things like that. These are all where A is used as a helper for O, which is kind of contrary to, pardon me, sorry, kind of contrary to A's usual role, where A is usually a main character, whereas E and I are perfectly happy to be side characters. A, O, and U tend to want to be main characters, right? Well, A is a very good helper for O, just like E is, and depending on the word, I is a good helper, so you'll have like loin, groin, things like that. You'll find those words that O makes its long sound, and then I actually makes an E sound to follow it. So when you see O-I, it's actually a long O followed by a long E in sound, even though it's O-I. So it's boil, right? It's boy with an L. Royal is going to have, it's going to have similar to it's going to sound similar to the word royal, boil, oil, things like that. So O is helped out by a lot of people. O has a lot of friends. So that's a good way to put it. The long O has a lot of friends. Let's write it up here. Long O has a lot of friends. Because there are a lot of letters that seem to come together and just make the long O sound work. Even if it really looks like it should be a short O, that combination of letters just works out and you have a long O sound, right? If you guys do have any questions about this lesson, or if you really want to, you can take a screenshot of this. Please take a screenshot of anything that I write on the board if it really is something that might help you in your lessons or help you in your studies. Please feel free to take a screenshot of the board at any point in time. If you do have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. And thank you guys for watching another episode of Shinrai Sensei Better Together in English. Thank you for watching. Peace.